Hello and welcome back to the channel. Right, the battery on my old camera, the batteries seem to have more or less given up the ghost. So this is my first video with the DJI Osmo Action 4, or DJI as the Americans pronounce it. So this is my third attempt at this video. The idea is to cycle down the Rhymney Valley just to show you which way you would have to go to avoid any roads and not to have to deal with traffic as much as possible. So that would include pathways, sidewalks, etc. So I'm starting up at the sort of head of the valley, at the top of the A469, where the A465 from Abergavenny goes towards Merthyr and Cardiff. They've done a bit of a repair job on this chimney. And yeah, at first I thought it was made out of brick, but it isn't. It's hollow. Anyone home? No one's answering. There's no door in it, I guess. What is there? Oh yeah, hang on. There's a metal door here. Hello Gareth, are you at home? Right, this was unveiled by artist Brian Toll, or Tolly, 12th of August 2010. The history to understand the present. Reflects upon the history to understand the present. So yeah, it's like a worm but made out of bricks, I guess. It's artwork of some sort. And there is a bit of a board here with some of the history of the area on it. I was struggling to read what it was saying on there the other day because it has got a bit of greenery growing on it. It needs a good scrub. So this is all about Bute town, which is just down the road, where they were mining iron ore and stuff like that. And it's telling you about the twisted chimney. It's based on an early ironworks chimney which would have been common in the Rhymney Valley. The first permanent UK sculpture by New York-based artist Brian Tolley. Unveiled in 2010, commissioned by Caerphilly Council and SAFL, and was funded through the Welsh Government's Heads of the Valleys Initiative programme. So yeah, area at the head of the valley was isolated farmland until the early 1800s, when many people moved into the valley, attracted by well-paid jobs at the Union Ironworks just across the River Rhymney. There was soon a housing shortage, and the village directly in front, Bute town, was built by the manager of the ironworks in the 1820s to improve the housing for his employees. Richard Johnson's well-planned development became a thriving self-contained community with a pub, a shop, and later a church and a school. I think the pub and the church are still there. I don't think there's any shop there now. Where we are standing has long been a transport interchange. To the right are the old toll houses on the toll road between Abergavenny and Merthyr Tydfil. To the left was Rhymney Bridge Station, and you can still see ironwork from the railway in the field off to the left. 11 trains a day ran south from here, down the Rhymney Valley to Cardiff. Follow the line of the river south as it passes Richard Johnson's residence, Rhymney House, now a hotel. Alright. Past the site of the Union Ironworks and down to Rhymney town, where the much larger Bute Ironworks was constructed in the 1830s. Okay, and they've got pictures of the whole story here. That must have been the house they were on about. They were using all horse and cart in those days. Worker housing and managers' residence in the distance, adjacent to the furnace at the Union Ironworks. And the last train gets ready to leave Rhymney Bridge Station 1958. Industrial Landscape by Henry Williams, circa 1830, shows how this valley was dominated by the ironworks. So we are basically at this roundabout here, the Twisted Chimney. Toll houses, that's just down that way. Former board school. Oh, there's like a farm or something there now. St. Aidan's Church. Oh, this is all Bute town here on the map. There is like a type of museum where you can go into one of the old stone houses, and they've still got all the old furniture and some mannequins of what the people looked like and how they would dress in those days. Windsor Arms, I'm sure that's still there. There's still a pub there. And that's some cottage, I think. Cemetery. Come past that, that's towards the next roundabout down. Carno Bridge. Newtown Council School. So they had a school there. Rhymney House in the background there. The Union Ironworks. So this is like a timeline. 1800, a turnpike road ran from Merthyr Tydfil to Abergavenny through Rhymney Bridge. 1807, new lease issued for 72 years for Union Ironworks. Pig iron taken to Tredegar Works by mules or carts travelling over the hill. Hard to read this because this board's got some fungus or something growing on it. 1807 that was. 1815, the Bryn Oor tram road opened to bring limestone from Trefil quarries near Tredegar to the furnaces and to take iron to the canal. 1826, Rhymney tramway opened from Rhymney Ironworks to Newport. And then we get to 1868, Rhymney Ironworks started to produce rails to meet the demand for railways across the world, including China. Hang on, we missed one there. 1858, Rhymney Railway opens. 1865, the Bryn Oor tram road closed. So the railway must have replaced the tram road. We've got a chopper flying overhead. Egg beater. So that's how times have changed since then. Right, and then 1868, Rhymney Ironworks started to produce rails. 1871, Rhymney Bridge Station opens. Many men constructing the railway that linked Rhymney and the... Oh, this guy's hovering above me now. Maybe they're looking for me. It's a black chopper. Black Ops. Anyway, where was I in the story? 1871, Rhymney Bridge Station opens. 1875, 5,000 people employed in the local ironworks and mine, which was the peak. 1878, a Bessemer converter was installed at Rhymney Ironworks, although local iron ore could not be used to make steel. 1890, work started to dismantle the ironworks. 1891, Rhymney Ironworks closed. Ironworks Company continues with its mining and brewing business. So they were brewing beer. That's good. 1920, Rhymney Ironworks Company passed into the hands of Powell Dufferin Coal Company. 1928, following a landslip, a passenger and collier's train crashed, killing one person. 1953, Idris Davis dies and is buried at Rhymney Cemetery. Oh, right, interesting. 1958, Rhymney Bridge Station closes. Nothing more on the timeline after that. So that's a bit of the history of the area. The idea today, and this is my third attempt, scene one, third attempt, action, to do this cycle trip down the valley. So let me grab my steed and get going. I've set this camera to 1080p at 60 frames, We'll see how the footage looks. Hopefully this time it will be a bit more successful. Bike battery is turned off. Changed my saddle again. That Brooks saddle, I think I did about 2,500 miles with it, about 4,000 kilometers. Never broke in. I've discovered then the other day my backside was sitting on the rivets on the back. My sit bones, because the saddle just doesn't suit the shape of my butt. So I've taken it off, put the original saddle back on my bike. Hopefully this footage will come out okay. We're going to stick to pathways, walkways and so on as much as possible. I don't know if the angle on this camera is going to be okay. At least the bits for the camera are compatible with all the old stuff. So my chest mount strap, I'm still using the same one. Hopefully the sound is okay on this camera. So here we go. This is one of two routes. You can go down the A469, which is the way I came up, or you can go down towards Rhymney. Brambles there need a bit of trimming. Pathway is quite wide. It's not the smoothest. Narrows down yet considerably. More trimmage required. So at this point we need to cross over the road to get to the pathway. On the other side. Let me just check if I'm still recording. Yes, I am. Just that the other day I was recording on my old camera. Well, I thought I was, but the battery had died on me. And I had a couple of attempts at it. Batteries kept dying. Speedster coming through. Right, this is not about speed, this is about the route off the road. So this is where you would have to slow down and jump up and down curbs. So there's no proper cycle path going down this section. Coming past the Rhymney House Hotel on the left. Never actually been inside there. Well, I did drop people off there once, but I didn't go inside the actual building. Supposedly it is haunted, or some of the rooms are haunted. I don't know whether they charge extra for that. Youngsters driving dangerously down the road, cutting the corner, driving on the wrong side of the road. Right, we're going to go across to the other side, where the pathway follows the river. Speedster coming down the road again. So you've got to be careful of these guys on a Friday. They're in a hurry. Alright. Hopefully the angle of this camera is okay. I don't fancy doing this footage all over again. Third attempt now. Alright, so now we're heading down through Rhymney along the river. So this is part of a cycle route. Hey doggo. Hello.
Come on.
Yeah, a lot of people walk their dogs along this particular pathway, and you come across a lot of dog poo. I have nicknamed it Dog Poo Alley. can feel it's a lot cooler down here because of the river. Just quite a cool breeze blowing along here. All downhill going this way. So all good. I don't know whether this camera angle is okay. The water bottle strap is just hanging on, pulling it down to the one side a bit. Hopefully the footage is not too crooked, or cockeye as we used to call it. We have a farm on the right hand side. Approaching the main road now, which we're going to have to cross over. This is the next traffic circle down, which is on our right. Going down towards Pontlotten, that is. So the cycle route continues along here. Came across a man, an elderly man with a horse here, and my bicycle spooked the horse even though I had stopped. He tried to hold on to the reins. Man versus horse. Guess who won that tug of war? Horse took off, man went flying, hit the ground with a thud, and he had a decision to make then. Hold on to the reins and go for a burner on the ground, or let go and risk losing the horse. He opted to let go. So, put my bicycle down, calmly walked after the horse, because it slowed down a bit further down the pathway, and I just grabbed the reins, spoke to it calmly, stroked her on the nose until the man was able to get up. Luckily he was okay, and I think he was just a bit bruised. Okay, so here the end of the pathway, and we're back onto roads. So there's no pathway here on the left, and there's cars parked on either side. No pathway on either side here now. So this is the cycle route. It came to an end. It does not exist here. Back onto the pavement. We have to dodge some poles. Just adjusting the camera, doesn't quite look straight. It's kind of dangling to one side. I think it's getting pulled by the water bottle strap. So we're back onto roadway again. Notice the screen stays on when you're recording. That must chew some battery. Okay, so rather than going up the hill and through Rhymney on the main road, going down past Fit for Living, the gym, towards Rhymney station, and then left towards the industrial estate. So yeah, I suppose you could go along the pavement here. Just sticking to the road for now. It's a bit less bumpy. Pavement's all up and down. Cycle route left. Left turn coming up. Looks like someone's driveway, but it's also part of the pathway, the cycle route, apparently. Right, this comes out at the top, Lawn Industrial Estate, and we've got Opens and Rhymney Health Centre on the left. Depending how long this video is, I might split it up, in which case it may end up abruptly.